We have been reading the chapter Bipin Babu's Lapse of Memory. Now coming to the third part of the chapter, and just before this we read in the story that Bipin Babu, now who was worried about his memory because he was not able to remember about his Ranchi trip. Finally he calls Dinesh Mukherjee, and now Dinesh Mukherjee also confirmed that he had been to Ranchi in 1958 in the month of October. Now this confirmation made the thing more worse for him. He was shocked. Now it was becoming sure that he was losing his memory. Now let's continue with the third part. After lunchtime, Bipin Babu realized that he couldn't possibly carry on sitting at his desk and working as he was in the office, but now he finds himself he is not able to work anymore in the office. And this had never happened in the 25 years he had been with the firm. He's been working in the company for last 25 years, but this never happened. He finds himself unable to work in the office. He had a reputation for being a tireless, conscientious worker. He always works without getting tired, very carefully and correctly. But today his head was in a whirl because today he was very confused, unable to think clearly. Back home at 2:30, Bipin Babu lay down in the bed and tried to gather his wits together. Now he comes back to home early that day. At 2:30 he was at his home. He was trying to gather his all wisdom together, his thoughts together. He knew that it was possible to lose one's memory through an injury in the head, but he didn't know any single instance of someone or remembering everything except that one particular incident, and a fairly recent and significant one at that. Okay, he knows one can lose his memory, but how it is possible only one particular thing is not able to remember? He had always wanted to go to Ranchi, to have gone there, done things, and not to remember was something utterly impossible. At 7:30 in the evening, Bipin Babu's servant came and told Chunni Babu, sir, says it's very important. Somebody named Chunni Babu has come and says very important, urgently he want to meet. Bipin Babu knew what Chunni had come for. He knew him already and he had idea why he must have come. Chunnilal had been at a school with him, his school friend, and he had been having a rough time lately. He was having a difficult time in life and had been coming to see him about a job, coming there, visiting him, meeting him to help to get a job. Bipin Babu knew it was not possible to do anything for him and in fact told him so. But Chunni kept turning up like a bad penny. Many a time Bipin Babu already told him he is not able to help him to get the job, but Chunni Babu comes again and again to him. Bipin Babu sent word that not only was it not possible for him to see Chunni now, but not in several weeks. So he sends the message through the servant that not even the whole week he is not in a condition to meet him. But as soon as the servant stepped out of the room, it struck Bipin Babu that Chunni might remember something about 50th trip. Suddenly this idea came to his mind that maybe Chunni also remembers something. So there was no harm in asking. So Bipin Babu hurried down the stairs. Quickly he comes back into the living room. Chunni was about to leave, was just going, but seeing Bipin Babu appear, he turned round hopefully. He saw that Bipin Babu has come, so he stopped. Bipin Babu did not beat about the bush, came directly to the point. Listen, Chunni, I want to ask you something. You have a good memory and you have been seeing me off and on for a long time. You have been coming to me again and again. Just throw your mind back and tell me. Just try to remember and tell, did I go to Ranchi in 1958? Chunni said, 58? It must have been 58, or was it 59? Now he was thinking. You are sure that I did go to Ranchi? Chunni's look of amazement was not unmixed with worry. Means very amazedly, surprisedly, he looked at him. Do you mean you have doubts about having gone at all? Means you have any doubt that you have gone there? Did I go? Do you remember clearly? Chunni sat down on the sofa. Fixed Bipin Babu with a long hard stare looked at him very closely and said, Bipin, have you taken to drugs or something? Is there something wrong with you? Are you taking drugs? As far as I know, you had a clean record where such things are concerned. I think you don't take these type of things. I know that old friendship don't mean to you, but at least you had a good memory. You cannot really mean that you have forgotten about the Ranchi trip. Bipin Babu had to turn away from Chunni's incredulous stare. Very unbelievingly incredulous, unbelievably. He was looking like that. Do you remember what my last job was? Asked Chunni Lal. Of course, you worked in a travel agency. You remember that, and you don't remember that it was I who fixed up your railway booking for Ranchi? I fixed your ticket, booked your ticket for Ranchi. I went to the station to see you off, and one of the fans in your compartment was not working. I got an electrician to fix it. Have you forgotten everything? Whatever is the matter with you? You don't look too well. Are you ill? Bipin Babu sighed and shook his head. I have been working too hard, he said at last. That must be the reason. Must see about consulting a specialist. I must now consult a doctor. Doubtless it was Bipin Babu's condition which made Chunni Lal leave without mentioning anything about a job. Now, obviously, when Chunni Lal saw the condition of Bipin Babu, now without talking anything about job, he left. Paresh Chandra was a young physician, a doctor with a pair of bright eyes and a sharp nose. He became thoughtful when he heard about Bipin Babu's symptoms. Look, Dr. Chandra, said Bipin Babu desperately, you must cure me of this horrible illness. Please, just cure me of this illness. I cannot tell you how it's affecting my work. Dr. Chandra shook his head. You know what, Mr. Chaudhary? He said, I have never had to deal with a case such as yours. Frankly, this is quite outside my field of experience. I have never had experience of any case like this. But I have one suggestion. I don't know if it will work, but it's worth a try. At least you can try it. It can do no harm. There is no harm in trying it. One suggestion I am giving. Bipin Babu leaned forward anxiously, interestedly. As far as I can make out, I can understand, Dr. Chandra said, and I think you are of the same opinion. You must have been to Ranchi, but due to some unknown reason, the entire episode has slipped out of your mind. Now, what I suggest is that you go to Ranchi once again. The sight of that place may remind you of your trip. This is not impossible. More than that, I cannot do at the moment. I am prescribing a nerve tonic and a tranquilizer, a medicine which will keep you cool and calm. Sleep is essential, or the symptoms will get more pronounced. Means take proper rest. Bipin Babu felt somewhat better the next morning. After breakfast, he rang up his office, called his office, gave some instructions, and then procured a first class ticket for Ranchi for the same evening. He booked a ticket for Ranchi the same evening. Now, what happened at last, I will explain in the last part. Okay, that's enough for today. Okay, bye bye, that's all.